Saturday night, we under the lights, it's going down. On this Saturday night, we under the lights, it's going down. On this Saturday night, we under the lights, it's going down. Under the lights, it's going down. On this Saturday night, we under the lights, it's going down.
Welcome to Husky Stadium here in Andover, Minnesota. We have Northwest Suburban Girls Soccer. Jim Childs along with the legendary Joe Ruland as we get ready for Andover versus Totino-Grace. Joe, two teams that are trying to make a little bit movement up in the sectional standings as they get ready with 2 games left each. Should be a good matchup between both the Huskies and the Eagles.
Yeah, 3-8, as you can see here overall for Totino. Meanwhile, the Huskies come into the mark of 4-8. Both teams have kind of lacked that scoring punch on the season, but some adjustments. And hey, the Huskies defensively on that back line, very inexperienced, so they've had a chance to try to make that development and also maybe move them up from less experience to a little bit more experienced on that back line, which has been a challenge with them trying to score more goals. But Eagles, meanwhile, last year defeated in the section finals by Matamidi. They're looking to kind of position themselves, as you said, Jim, in 5A.
And very, very tough section as they have Hill Murray, who's ranked number 3 in the state, and Matamidi, again, number 1, as they are in Class 2A rather than Class 3A, which the Huskies and most of the rest of the suburban Northwest Suburban Conference is. Huskies have the ball. They're in the dark uniforms. As the ball goes out, it'll go into be into play by the Huskies. Huskies were able to get on the board on their last game against Buffalo, able to secure a 1-0 lead, 1-0 win last Saturday. That had marked 4 straight games with no goals. Able to tally and get the shutout as well. That was Logan Miller, who's in net today for the Huskies with the shutout.
Dobrat's picked up that game-winning goal for the Huskies, as she does and has done 5 previous times throughout her career with the Huskies on senior night, as the Huskies try to bring an extra juice and stride here to get things going early on the senior night celebration.
In net for the Eagles is Emerson Sanium, who is an 8th grader. She's had a good season so far for the Eagles. Eagles are coached by Matt Thibodeau. Thibodeau's 19th year. He has been a fixture in girls soccer in the Northwest Suburban for almost 2 decades. So Grant has it, able to get it over to the center, over to Sanders. Sanders tries to get it up and through ball. That one misses and will go on the far side. Eagles now with the ball. Moves it up to Streeper. Streeper down the sideline. A little give and go that just misconnect as Swan swung and missed. Now gets it over, and now that ball will go out. It'll be Grace or Totino-Grace. The Eagles ball around right on in line with the 18. Throw in by Cliff. Cliff bounces around a little bit, tries to settle it right now, and it'll come back out. Totino-Grace. The Eagles trying to get a shot from the perimeter, just could not. Good defense inside by the Huskies to be able to move it out.
I think you'll see the Eagles really try to test that back line for Andover early.
Shot in, and that one goes wide. Miller will get the ball, and she'll do a goal kick. Both teams, you look at their records, Joe, and 3-8-1 and 4-8. You're like, man, this is just it's not normal for both these teams to be down there. But you look at the schedule they played. Duluth East, ranked at number 6 or ranked number 9. You've got Wayzata, you've got Champlain Park, you've got Stillwater. All 1, 2, and 3 in 3A, and pretty much the same for Totino as well.
You do, in fact, and now you kind of see, how they can get and create some scoring for the Huskies. Hey, it's something you can take with you as you get ready for section play. I know that's said that earlier, but the Huskies coming in right now have been outscored 33-13 this season, and they've been outscored in that first half 3-8, which means, when you got to play that full length, you're kind of looking to generate some offense. And as I mentioned, a little bit young on that back line, and with the 3 on the back line, you're having to come back maybe a little deeper than you like to, and then create a lot of passing.
What a throw in by Cliff. Cliff threw it about half the field. Now inside shot, good recognition by Meyer to be able to, Brooklyn Meyer, to get it up. Now Dobritz right in the center. She's the engine, makes that the Huskies run. Gets it over to the far side. On the far side, that's Nybakken. And she's stripped of the ball, and then good hustle by Nybakken to try to get the ball back.
We have a football game, or at least a scrimmage, going on behind us. So when you hear a whistle, sometimes it immediately thinks it's coming from the field, but it's coming from behind us.
Well, it has already gotten me once, Joe. I thought down there we saw a whistle when someone hit the deck. Now taking it is Cliff. Cliff battling 3 Huskies. Huskies able to get it past. Now they'll have a throw-in. One thing we did, talking with Coach Tracy Grease before the game, she talked about the fact that, she had 4 games without a goal and were shut out 4 times. Her message to the team is, hey, be selfish. Her scorers need to be a little bit more selfish. They don't need to make the extra pass. They need to take the shot, and we'll see if that comes out today. Throwing on the far side by the Huskies. A beautiful day today, by the way. It's low 80s, low to mid 80s. Wind is out of the south, blowing east, so it's blowing from the Huskies side. It's on the Huskies side, going to the Totino side, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, at the back of Andover, and we'll see if they can take advantage of that in that first half. Hey, you had mentioned earlier the keeper play coming from Logan Miller, who's between the pipes tonight for the Huskies. The fact that she has her key wins against some of the top key teams in the state is really astounding. In fact, she has those 4 wins Obviously, the one just recently against Buffalo. Then you have Centennial, a win versus them. Centennial, going to be one of the top teams in the section. Osseo in Elk River. She comes in with that goals against of 2.29. And it just speaks to the job that she's done in goal this year for the Huskies.
Cliff with the throw-in, lands right inside the box. Huskies try to clear. Cliff throws it back in and just over the goalpost, the football goalpost.
Had a nice bend on it, though.
Yeah, it sure did. Right idea. You get it out there and you don't have anyone around. Put it on. Get it on net. And you had mentioned, the section 7, 3A is wide open. Duluth East will obviously be the number 1 seed, but after that it could be anyone. Blaine beat Centennial, or Centennial beat Blaine. The Huskies beat Centennial. I mean, it's anybody can beat anyone on any certain day, so it'll be a fun section tournament.
We've talked about Dobrats as well, but in that Centennial win, not only with the nice keeper play by Miller, both those goals were tallied, in fact, by Peyton McKnight. Not only the first, but the game-winner goal for Peyton McKnight in that 2-1 Centennial win.
Grant with a nice defensive play on Cliff, gets it up and throws it out on the front far side. Nice step up by the defense for the Eagles. And Huskies kick it out of bounds. That was the freshman, Grape, who has really improved over the season. She has been, once you start playing varsity, there is a little bit difference inside. Oh, nice move on the inside. Good play by Meyer, Brooklyn Meyer. Another solid season so far, especially later on in the season. Ball will go out. It'll be Eagles ball. Drops it over for Thompson. Our side. Switches fields. Tried to get the Cliff, a one-timer that on the left he just goes out. But the Eagles do a nice job of trying to get across quickly, especially in between the 18 and the midfield stripe.
Yeah, the one-timer attempt just wide of the mark, but she didn't want to waste any time allowing the Huskies to come in for any type of bracket or defense. Far side now. Huskies try to lead on a through.
Dobrats now. Tries a through ball, but Eagles have that well covered. Gets it up to Streeper over to Cliff. Cliff goes against Grant and gets past Grant. Now on a run into the box. Nice cross and pulled out by Grant. Shot and save. Miller right there. Good positioning by Miller. She was ready for it. Handled the shot nicely. Good hands.
They jumped on that loose ball just near Charlton on that play, but a good charge. And, of course, Logan with that save. Good hands with those mitts.
On the far side is Nybakken. Nybakken makes a run in between the two Eagle defenders. That was Zernicke and Thompson. Comes up, drops it up for Swan. Swan slows it down, switches fields. And taken away momentarily by the Huskies, but able to get it back was Rach. Cliff back to Rach. And now taken by Walks. See Walks, the sophomore. Up to Charlton. Charlton taking a run to Abby Dobrats. Dobrats goes to her right. And she's covered immediately by the Eagles. And Grant now with it. Grant on the far side. Gets it back. Looks around for some help.
Yeah.
No one there. Now over to Nybakken. Nybakken will kick it off. And Eagle, they'll have a corner kick, Joe. First one.
First of the evening for either team. A corner kick here. You saw Dobrats kind of maneuvering and trying to matriculate that ball around inside the 18, but she was defended by 2-3 Totino-Grace players, and the Eagles just wouldn't give her a gap to even put a shot or a pass.
Abigail Schrader in for Grant. And also Peyton McKnight comes in. He'll come in for Lang. Corner, nice corner. And a shot in just off the goalie as Sainham was able to do it. Another shot, and they go. That both goes wide. Easy for me to say.
Dobrats that time with a good look on a header
Yes.
off that rebound. As you mentioned, Sainham was there for both of those saves. You get a look here on the replay. Well struck ball, perfect where you want it, right inside the 6, and a good header. Going for that header down low was Dobrats. That's the right location, but the keeper Sainham made that save.
And only an 8th grader, but playing like a high schooler. Best chance so far for either team. As what a nice corner by the Huskies. Here comes Swan. Swan drops it over for Rach. And Cliff gets it now. Cliff gets bracketed by a couple of Huskies.
Yeah, you can see Totino really trying to do touch passing, trying to reverse that field and get Andover out of position and try to stretch that defense, maybe attack the center.
Grape has it now. Drops it over for Schrader. Schrader for Meyer. A little give and go. And now taking it is McKnight. McKnight tries to get it to Dobrats and just a couple feet off where it needs to be. Meyer with her counterpart, number 14, Victoria Lindahl, right there. Meyer now has it.
Trying to settle, but a little too much velocity and bounce on that receiving end of that pass. And that's a turnover to Totino.
Cliff now tries to switch fields again. That's one thing that we're seeing almost every possession is trying to get the Huskies in an odd situation, an odd player situation. Now Swan. And that's taken away nicely by the Huskies. Good play by Sanders. Sanders to Dobrats. And kicked away immediately, cleared by Thompson. Now Schrader.
Yeah, if you look at the play right now, both teams are pretty much positioned between the 30s.
Yeah.
And there's a run through it. In Andover really just trying to stretch it from a vertical standpoint as they want to move north-south. And right now, Totino content with moving east-west, stretching it, and then looking to see how they can find something vertical as well with their opportunity if they stretch that defense right now of Andover.
Dobrats now gets rid of it quickly, gets it over to McKnight. McKnight around a couple of Eagles and across, and just over the goal. Good intention. That was Nybakken on the far side again. Dobrats, Nybakken, and McKnight. That is a trio that seems to have some good chemistry.
And this is what Coach Grease is talking about. Take that chance. Unleash a shot instead of looking for the perfect shot. Get a shot. Get some traffic. Maybe we can get a rebound and redirect. So good opportunity now quickly on the foot now of Andover.
Yeah, McKnight now with the left. He tries to pass out, seeing him right there. Good position by the Eagle.
I wondered if she was trying to bounce that off the foot of the defender and maybe get another corner kick. But stepping aside the defender. And as you mentioned, Sainham collects it.
Sounds like somebody's after you, Joe.
Again.
Sorry. We'll hide you.
They'd never think I would be up here.
Yeah. Brown drops it over for Lindahl, and that goes out. Brown will have it again, and we'll have another substitution coming in as Maddie Smuck will come in for the Eagles. The Eagles.
Smuck for Zernicki.
Both teams have one game left after this. Good clear by Charlton. And again, Rach with it. Down the sideline, gets it to Brown. Brown with a cross that Schrader.
And results in a corner now for Totino. You saw on that replay, too, Rach that time kind of passed it a little bit early as she could have walked in near the top of the 18 before the defense pinched up. They anticipated a pass down low. They were right, but the result right now, a corner. And that's the first of the afternoon for Totino.
Liz Thompson will take it. And it goes right in. Header. Good job by Meyer. And that was Brooklyn Meyer again. They will get that out of the box. On the far side, settled down by Strangler. Strangler touched it, but it went out of bounds. It'll go back to Totino-Grace.
And when you get a keeper of that caliber and how she's becoming and evolving as a keeper, Logan Miller, that also certainly builds more confidence in your defense in front of them as well. I know she's being coached well also by the assistant coach, Allie Cole, who is the keeper coach for the Huskies. Certainly a great college career as well.
Wax passes it right into the center. Meyer will dump it up, looking for Dobrats, and just a bit too far. Schrader will try to settle it for the Huskies. She gets bumped off, and that'll be, I think that might be our first foul. And we are 18 minutes into this match, and that's the first time I think we've had anything in the center, called from the center.
Yeah, I believe that is correct. And that's at about 21 minutes or 22 minutes left in the first half.
Schrader, good boot. Looking outside. Oh, and they're going to call him her offside as Dobrats.
Oh, she squared up on
she
that.
Was, she was ready to go. Good job by Schrader. Put it in there. And Dobrats just a hair off.
Yeah, you know what? She struck it well, had that good spin, had perfect bend, and got the bounce ideally where you want that bounce to take place, just inside the 18.
Thompson now dumps it up, looking for Brown. That goes off Brown. As Meyer tried to clear, now Brown. Quick give and go, goes down into the corner, trying to hustle for it, and that'll be a throw-in about, you can't get any closer to the end line than what this throw-in is going to be.
Yeah. And I think Totino wishes they had that pass again, just a little too much adrenaline on that pass. And she had an open teammate on that give and go.
Junior Olivia Mendel now in for the Huskies.
Robinson is out for Totino.
He'll go out, and now the ball will go over to Totino. Ella Brown directing her Eagles around. It goes all the way back to Robinson. I'm sorry, that was Moore. And now goes out of bounds by Nybakken.
Stoppage there. Hey, here's a little need to know by Joe. It's a little early in this match, but I thought I'd give you this need to know by Joe because we talked about Addison Dobrats. She has 38 goals in her career, and of those 6 are game-winning goals this season. Trying to help produce. She has 4, but again, keep an eye on Dobrats. I believe she's heading to Mankato State University, and that is a great program. She's been terrific with the Huskies for a number of years, and just consistent is how you would play, but not just consistent, marginal, consistent at a high level, including the 38 goals she has scored and the 14 assists if you add that as well. She's in a lot of those scoring formulas, and has done a great job. So you want to see her go out on a good, positive note. Again, one more night here at Andover to see her play, and that's against Anoka.
McKnight now with it. Captain drops it up for Walks. Walks tries to walk it in. Left-handed cross. Flutters a little bit. And Totino has got a good need to know, Joe, and confirmed that she is going to Mankato. It is confirmed. Spoke with the PA announcer, who also doubles as her father. And she confirmed that she is going to Mankato State. Another foul on the Huskies. We're evened up at 1 foul apiece right now.
Right, we've had twice as many now in the last minute.
I know. We don't know what's going on.
Hey, no, but you get so few players. There's some that'll score and some that kind of get that low-hanging fruit type of goals. Dobritz just grinds. Her speed, her athleticism, those are all a result or a portion of the success she's had over the years, but also the ability to make her teammates better along that line as well. So congrats to her and her move to Mankato State next season. And congrats to Mankato State.
Now Lindahl on a break. Coming in on Miller. Coming back is Brooklyn Meyer. And nice job to be able to get in front of a good speed as the sophomore was able to get out in front.
That was a fantastic pass from the back line from Totino and put it right on the foot that time of number 14, Lindahl. But getting back defensively, full throttle to break that up. The Huskies, and great job, good hustle. If she could have settled that ball, she would have had a clean, wide-open look right at the 6.
Dobratz does settle it, passes it to an open wing on the far side. And it'll go out, going back to the Huskies. Quick throw in. So Walks. Nybakken and Walks working together. Now Lang drops up for McKnight. McKnight has got some options, able to get through a couple of them. And a pass just outside. Boy, I tell you what a great run by McKnight, looking for Reagan Charlton.
Hey, McKnight can pound that ball. I was kind of waiting to see her do that. I wanted to see if she could find, lightning and hit that just under the crossbar.
She may be a little tired since she had to kick 8 extra points on Friday.
Right.
Now Brown settles it. Gets caught up in her feet for a second.
Yeah, 8 points for her in one football game is, more than some in their career.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. Of course, we're talking about the Anoka Andover football game. It ended up in a 62-61 victory for the Huskies, and that's not basketball. That is football. It's on QCTV. It's on their YouTube channel if you are interested in seeing the wide open, no defense affair.
Do you think 123 was the over-under set for that game?
For the season, yes. Walks now, tries to get it out. Nice play by Brown. Brown was sitting, waiting for it. Now cutting on the inside is Lindahl. Lindahl drops it over to Brown again. And strong defense. I think that was still Schrader there.
Yep, Schrader, the senior on that back line, really doing a nice job of helping out.
This one comes up, and Macy Walks, tries to settle the ball coming down, landing on Swan's foot, shot, and Logan Miller right there.
Yep, good spot, good hands, and you could just see that ball moving away from the attacker. And, put a good shot to put on, but right there, and no need to elevate. She was right there for that save, and Logan Miller has a few nice saves here to go in the first half as we're just under 15 to play.
It's about positioning, and she's been in the right position both times that she's had those shots available. Now Miss Aaron pass, and fortunate for the Huskies, they were able to get it back for a second. Now back to Totino-Grace. Totino-Grace with under 15 minutes here, 25-minute mark. About on the far side. It's pretty much pass and move, pass and move. That is the mantra right now for the Eagles.
Grape getting ready to come in, a freshman defender for Andover at the next whistle. But you talked about location and finding yourself positioning in goal. They talk about that with hockey netminders, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's no more magnified than it is with a big net like this in soccer as where you're positioned, because there's a lot to shoot at and a lot to cover, and it's even that much more critical to know where you are on that goal line as you positioned, and that's such a benefit. Both of these, the good goalies just kind of comes batteries included for them.
And going down, it will be a corner kick now. Second one for Totino.
And they get a chance to use a right foot kick. Should they choose a right foot kick, rather? Should they choose here on this corner?
Last 10 games between these two squads, Huskies have won 7, and they have lost 1, and they have tied twice, including last year, a 1-1 tie. Here comes the shot. That one right on there. Good header to get it out by the Huskies. Throwing will still go back to Totino.
I thought the corner was going to just hit the side of the net.
Yeah, I did too.
The Andover defender did a good job of getting ahead because that thing could have snuck right off the bar and deflected off of somebody. That was tight. Good job.
Swan now a little ball possession down deep. Could not find anybody. Huskies covered up well. Walks gets it over to Charlton. Charlton on the far side now. Got Walks and that good defensive play by the Eagles. Now Lang for the Huskies. Through ball, and that will go all the way back to Sainham. We haven't seen her name in a while. She's had a little time off.
A little silence.
Yes, gets it back, punt, and that one will go just about out of bounds. Dobrats was the first one there, but the Eagles get possession. Smuck, junior midfielder, with some good hustle on Dobrat and defense on Dobrats.
Look at that packed-in defense as for Andover. They are watching carefully. There's about 4 of the players trying to keep an eye there on Lindell, as they were trying to get the throw into her this time. Andover will take the honors.
Grant tries to get it to Walks. Walks doesn't get it now. Down the side, and Swan now giving chase. Along with, I believe that's Mendel. Mendel will had it for a second. Swan gets it back. Shot. Miller right there again. She just does not follow the ball and does not get herself out of position. 11 minutes left here in the first half. It is scoreless. Dobrats now. And that one drops to, I believe that was Charlton on the far side now. Back to Brooklyn. Brooklyn Meyer. Good movement up to Grant. Grant has got McKnight with her. McKnight now takes it. Splits, just about splits. Now from outside on the 25. Looked like she wanted a shot, but the Totino-Grace Eagles just shut her down. Oh, excellent defense right there by Linders.
They're getting that set. Getting some good spacing here as Andover.
McKnight with a one-timer. And a goal! Peyton McKnight gets her 6th goal of the season on a one-timer right at the stripe on the 18. What a nice goal.
Yep, you could tell they were trying to set her up with that, giving her the space so she wouldn't have to worry. And right here, right run motion, a nice little hook, hit the bottom of the post on that far side. And that's all she needed. Got it by, had the key thing is you had to keep her moving. Left to right, out of position. And she just couldn't quite, the 8th grader, get to that ball or get enough on it. So McKnight, goal number 6 on the season. And the Huskies jump out 1-0.
McKnight
10-minute mark.
Gets it at the 30th minute. And Dobrats will get the assist. As she was quick. And a one-timer by McKnight. Now on the far side comes up. Walks coming out as Sainham. Sainham able to get the ball. It looked like she just got fooled at where the ball was going, because it was not exactly a hard shot. It was just placed in the right spot.
But they had some good movement and really positioned well. You could tell they were trying to set up one of their plays. And good job by McKnight. Gets Andover on the board here before the midway mark.
Grant now on a run. Got Dobratz. Nice little pass to Addie Dobratz. Dobratz tries to get over to her right foot. Couldn't do it. But nice job by the freshman. And now tried to get it back to McKnight. McKnight drops it to Sanders. And comes on the far side for Mendel. Mendel to Dobratz. Dobratz, every time she gets the ball, there's about 3 white shirts around her.
Yep, they all kind of inhale from a formation standpoint.
Yeah. Now here comes Lindahl again. Lindahl, shot, and just off.
Yeah, she's a good left foot kick, and she's got some speed. She's pretty explosive. Just didn't quite connect.
Rach coming in for Smuck. And like you said, good left.
Swan there on that, yeah. A good look, and no, not to be had.
Brooklyn Meyer gets it up to Lang. Lang, one-timer out front. Race to the ball. Huskies able to get there first. That was Mendel again. Now Eagles with a line of attackers. And that one just kind of goes awry. I believe that was Zernicke. She had 4 Eagles around her. Just kind of lined up waiting for something to happen, and she took the shot. Down to 7:37. 1-0 Husky on a McKnight goal, a Peyton McKnight goal, here in the first half. Now Lindahl drops it over for Streeper. Streeper do some hustling, trying to get it into the middle.
Trying to also, keep an eye on that Emmy Swan as well. She leads Totino with 7 goals this season. Just about picked up her 8th.
McKnight to Dobratz. Dobratz trying to get around the last line of defense as she's got McKnight. McKnight down the near side. Puts it right out in front. Cleared by Thompson. Thompson, a quick left foot, just got it out. Now Grant with McKnight. Those two have worked well together. Now McKnight again. Goes to her right and could not pull the trigger. Now Grant from the 25. Goes on the far side. She might have kicked the dirt as she tried to pass. That one goes all the way out on the far side. It will be Husky ball. Joe, the Huskies, look a whole lot, engaged against a team that is pretty solid as we look at the standings for the Northwest Suburban.
Yeah, of course, Champlain Park, we saw last Thursday, Jim. They moved to 9-0-2, currently ranked around 8 or 9 in the state, but they're putting it together. Centennial, a good team as well. Obviously, Champlain Park will be the number 1 seed, I would guess, in Section 5. Unless they fall off immensely in the last week. Yeah, and hey, you got followed by Rogers, Spring Lake Park, Blaine at 8-2-1, and then there's Andover at 4-8, and then Totino 3-8-1, and the Tornadoes second from the bottom in that Northwest Suburban Conference. So not quite the year that we'd mentioned that Totino-Grace is used to having, but they're keeping the flow and keeping activity, and they got to also have the Huskies keep an eye on Swan, number 13 as a player, slow to get back up for the Eagles.
TC Linders with the boot. Huskies be able to redirect it, looking for Walks. Walks gets it past one. And then the Totino-Grace Eagles get it back. That's Zernicke. Up to Grant. Grant gets through, but then gets stonewalled on the far side by Thompson. Thompson's, we've called her name quite a few times tonight. She's already, nice little hip check by Lang. Dobrats.
Yeah, they're really trying to just clamp down defensively. And look how quickly they're not sitting with that ball on their foot very long. They're moving it. That time a crossover attempt just couldn't connect with that second step. There was Andover just missing. Was Grant. Throwback. And as you can see, things kind of pivot around through Swan, even on those throw-ins. That time they were trying to get at the Streeper. Swan pressuring.
The Huskies will get it back on a goal kick. Look, I don't have a 15 on my roster for Totino-Grace, so I apologize. We'll try to get that at half. McKnight, good body positioning, gets it back. And walks, first one to there. It's got Thompson on her. Good little give and go with Charlton. That one goes off a teammate. That one will sting. And
Andover going to bring in some substitutions here. Nybakken.
Yeah, I think they've got a foul, so I don't think they're going to bring anybody in. Yep.
But they're in the on-deck circle, Jim.
Yes, they are.
Langmaid also the other. That'll come in once the Huskies can get possession. On the next time out.
Under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Decker, that one goes off her head. That'll be another corner kick. This will be the third corner kick for Totino. Meyer went off Myers' head and then goes out. So another chance here late in the first period or in the first half. Now I'm calling that Thompson will take it. It's Thompson. The lefty booed in, and nice save by Meyer. Meyer able to get a big paw up there and get it out. That was an excellent. That's play
Miller,
of the game so far.
You got it. Miller with that save.
Or Miller, yes, I'm sorry, yes.
I'd hate to have Meyer get a hand on it.
Yeah, that would be a PK.
And a look here. But, hey, that was an excellent corner kick, too. But a great job, great response. Miller knows, hey, I don't have to grab it, but if I can somehow either knuckle punch that thing or get a hand that guided away from the net, and she did that.
Nice job. Lang will clear it and get it out past midfield, settled by Thompson. The lefty will boot it right back in. Now looking for Streeper. Streeper comes out with Miller. Yes, Miller.
Hey, it was a good battle that time. Trying to cut in, trying to get a foot to maybe get there just before Miller, but Miller read it well, came off that back line and pounced on that loose ball.
Just about a minute left. Grant will chase it and reverses field and able to get it up. Gets it up to Dobrats. Dobrats with Lang, and that one will go off. Totino. Huskies will get it back. Under a minute.
You could tell Dobrats that time really wanted to just send that ball deep, get it beyond midfield, and she took some time to unleash that shot, gave the defense time to close up.
30 seconds, man. You had mentioned Langmaid and Nybakken back in for the Huskies. Good positioning by Dobrats to get it off and get the ball down deeper into Totino-Grace, and that'll be a foul. Huskies need to hustle. There's 15 seconds left. Lang with it. Puts it right in, and that one will go out. And I don't think the Huskies will have enough time to get the corner off, but we're going to end the first half with the Huskies up on a Peyton McKnight goal in the 30th minute from Dobrats. And Joe, great start for the Huskies.
Yeah, a big part of that is the keeper play, as you had a chance to see with Miller in that first half, and the Huskies really working well on the counterattacks.
We'll be back for second half action here on QCTV. 1-0 Huskies over the Eagles.
I definitely think the team becomes more serious, like in scrimmages other than tryouts. And like when it was open gyms, it's kind of like you kind of transition into the tryouts and then scrimmages to get more serious and think about the season and just about who you're playing with and make connections on the court.
Yeah, we've tried a lot of lineups. Almost every single set in our scrimmages has been different. Obviously, they have some lineups that they know are going to work better than others, but it's been good trying to see like everyone's different lineups and how you connect with different people on the court.
You have to figure out sort of like how the hitters are working with each setter, because setters are a little bit different. They have different tempo, they have a different way of delivering the ball, and so we want to make sure that that works together. We also have to figure out, like in the back row, who works well together. Talks, they're not colliding, they're working, picking up seams, and we also want to make sure in the front row that a team is kind of next to each other for blocking. So those are things that take some time in practice and with some individual skill set work.
Definitely team bonding, like outside of practice too. Definitely you have to like figure out who you are outside of volleyball and kind of connect with the other players as much as you can on the court and off.
We had dinner together and we all just hung out for a bunch of hours and we did posters together. We're having team sleepovers. We bond on the bus a lot. Like we're very, very close outside of the court too.
Go like out to eat before things, and like before scrimmages and games we ask who wants Starbucks. We like sometimes do Starbucks runs, and I definitely think that helps us come closer as like friends, even as teammates too.
Usually I get fast food. Usually it's Jimmy John's or like Chipotle. I always have a bubbler and then I always have music going, but I'm usually a team braider too, so I guess braiding people's hair.
Before games, we always do this one chant in the locker room that kind of hypes us up, so that's always our team before game thing to do.
Centennial undoubtedly has been one of the top teams in the conference, along with Anoka, probably Champlin and Rogers maybe. It's really hard to know, but I think that the girls are really looking forward to the challenge. And those games are important to us also because they're section rivals too. So all of those games we get to play in conference also are preparing us for sections.
I would say Anoka is a big one. One of my really close friends plays on Anoka, and so it's really pretty competitive, and we want our A-Town flag back. I think it'd be fun to play Centennial too. I've had some people that I know on that team, and they're a highly competitive team.
Definitely Anoka is always the good rivalry. I mean, we know some girls on the other team, so it's kind of fun to play them and just kind of see who wins this year and gets the A-Town.
We want to be the team that walks on the court and sets the tempo, sets the speed of the game, and we're trying to emulate that in practice. The other thing is communication, and the other word we've used is intentionality. So those are kind of the three things we've really been focusing on up front. Once we get those things down, then we can start thinking about the next things that happen. Hopefully those things kind of start to fall into place, and then we can take the next step.
I want to have my highest kill percentage and my highest kills total this year. And as a team, I just want us to go out, have fun, play our best. I want to be highly competitive.
I definitely think we'll talk about some goals as the team goes on, and our first game we'll definitely see where we are and then move on from there and grow.
Hi there, my name is Greg Stumpf. I'm the president of the Andover Lions in Andover, Minnesota. Did you know the Andover Lions have been helping out in the community for more than 50 years? We're a nonprofit organization that's been around since 1974, always looking for ways to make Andover a better place. We love working together with others. We're always looking for new members to join us. If you're 18 or older and have some time and fresh ideas, we'd love for you to volunteer with us. It's all about making a difference together. Our biggest fundraiser is the Andover Fun Fest, where we serve beer and bring the community together for a great time. Every dollar we raise goes right back to the community here in Andover. Come join the Andover Lions and help keep our community shining bright.
Hey guys, I'm here in Andover at Pine Hills North Park, home of soccer fields, soccer games, big smiles. There's a playground too, trails, you name it. And now you can add a newly constructed park shelter that is reservable. If you want to host your next barbecue, birthday, or get together, you name it, this is a perfect place, especially in summer. Now this shelter is reservable for Andover City residents or groups that serve the City of Andover. You can apply in person at City Hall or visit the website where they have the application to reserve the facility. It's reservable for a 4-hour time period, which is a good amount of time for a party or a gathering. You've got picnic tables to fit about 50 people under the covered area, with a handful of parking spots just right there for easy access. You can wheel up your supplies. It has 2 bathrooms on location. If you're planning on bringing a crock pot or serving up a buffet, there's a prep area that has a sink, countertop, and service window with plenty of outlets to plug in those party essentials. They have some permanent grills here, so bring your charcoal, grill up some nice food, and share it with others. Now speaking of food, if you don't want to be doing all the grilling and making things yourself, good news, you can actually have a food truck here at your event. Just make sure the food truck has a food truck permit through the city. Alright, with reserving a city park, you have to remember there are rules to make sure it stays nice and clean and for everyone for the next person down the line. So, let's talk rules real quick. No alcohol, no bounce houses, clean up when you're done, extinguish your coals if you did some grilling, and wipe down the tables. Pick up after yourself, essentially. Well, thanks for coming to the park with me today to check out this new shelter that is reservable. And remember, if you want to reserve a park shelter in your city, contact your city hall, check out their city website, see what there is. And remember, city parks are your parks. So treat them well, and then they will be here for sunny days to come.
Well, we just learned about the parks out there in Andover and some of the great facilities we have. And just a reminder that we do have on the 26th or 29th of October, we've got another live and local here for Andover. Let's take a look at the first half recap. And boy, both these two teams came out firing right from the start. See right here, a shot that Logan Miller has been in front of, and both goalies played really well. The sophomore Miller from the Huskies, and for the Eagles, seeing him very good as well. McKnight with a shot right about the 25-yard line, able to bend it in, and that's where we stand, Joe. Joe, after 25 or after 40 minutes, we've got a 1-0 lead for the Huskies. We'll switch side. The wind has died down, and so that's really not a non-factor as we head into the second half.
Yeah, they are. And you're seeing really Totino in that first half try to take a couple of opportunities on some long balls through and trying to see if they can pressure that back line. They've been able to close up, and Miller been able to make some nice saves. Meanwhile, for Andover, they move it down, not with a long through ball, but some quick one-touch passing. And then again, that one-timer by McKnight. That's the difference so far. First 6 of the season, and we're ready to go here. Second half, as the Huskies will be moving left to right.
Huskies come out. Looks like pretty much the same side, and I want to make sure we give Amelia Salyer some credit. She is actually number 15. We had her down as a different number on the roster, but we will not mess up anymore. At least I won't, Joe.
Yeah, and she had spent a little time kind of as that keeper role as well, so a couple of different numbers. But, yeah, she's been out in front of the net. Just talking to the coaching staff here during halftime, more than beyond 80% of the season. They've turned it over. They felt good with Sainham, the 8th grader goalie, as Jim Childs and Joe Rulin here join you for the second half of this match as the Huskies try to stack a couple of wins if they can here late in the season.
Coming up, and that's Nybakken and Thompson, who has been just excellent on defense, steps up, and Nybakken is turned away. Huskies now get it back to Nybakken. Nybakken with Thompson. And Thompson is just she knows how to use the body and be able to get that ball away. That will roll all the way, and it rolls out the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Huskies. Miller had 3 really nice saves. The last one off a corner kick where she was able to redirect it straight from the corner kick, and then we saw another couple that were close range for the Husky goalkeeper. She's got a shutout, pitching a shutout. Had a shutout the last time she was out too against Buffalo.
We're also looking here at an opportunity to build some momentum as that season. Anoka due up next here at the Husky Stadium for the season-ending game, and boy, if you could, collect 2 or 3 wins before you go to section play, you find a lot out about the team.
We had a chance to do Anoka last week, and we know that the Huskies will be in good shape. And that's a foul on the Eagles, and a chance for the Huskies deep in Eagles territory. Lang has it right now. You see the trip. Grant. Lang will take a look at it. A couple of Huskies offsides right now.
Sets that right on. No traffic around. No one even within that 6 for Andover, and it's an easy catch and release for the 8th grade keeper for Totino-Grace. Totino-Grace on the season, Jim, goals have been kind of a premium for them as well. Just 12 this season. In fact, it is Swan who leads Totino in goals scored with 7.
Another corner kick. This will be the first of the half for Andover. That'll be their second for the game. They had one chance at the end of the first half, but the buzzer rang. Ball's coming in.
That's a good job.
And it goes all the way through on the backside. Grant comes over, able to get past, and they'll call a foul on Grant.
Boy, that was a nice ball. Even though it was struck well and it drifted a bit, but boy, right at the corner of the 6, if you have somebody coming that back door with a header.
And I don't know about that foul call either. Huskies get it back. Dobrett's one-touch pass over to the far side. That's Walks tried to get it through. And we're seeing the defense for the Eagles just be able to turn things around. Husky down right now on the offense. We'll watch as Totino-Grace now runs it up. Looks like Charlton is up and running around now. Shot and a goal! That's Emma Swan.
Goal number 8 on the season. You could tell she's got some of that electric to her. Found the spacing and then just buried it. Had time to dust off that ball and get a nice squared up kick.
Emmy Swan, excellent shot. As she went over to her right and split the two defenders.
Tucked it nicely in the near post beyond the reach of Miller. Well placed. If you're going to be Miller and you beat her low and just inside that near post, that certainly represents one heck of a soccer player. Swan, goal number 8 on the season. That comes with 4-minute mark of the second half.
Now Nybakken on a run was able to get it past Thompson. Thompson with good hustle. Physical play. In the second half, we're starting to see a little bit more physical play by both teams. Langmaid gets to Nybakken. Nybakken looks out in front. Back to Lang. Lang, a little too hot to handle. Walks, nice little passing set up, and Nybakken shoots one right into Thompson. That'll go off. It'll be throw in for the Huskies. Huskies have a little urgency right now. You can see good communication out there, and they're able to, their spacing has been solid. Dobrats on Thompson. And
she'll get the corner. Good
job. Great job by Dobrats.
Little spin cycle move. Wanted to see if she could get some separation from
Husky corner kick.
The defender, and then she fired it right into the shin. That deflection off of Totino leads this to the corner kick now for Andover.
Sophomore Charlton, or junior Charlton, that one skims off the head and then sent back in. Zanum right there. Picks it up. She'll walk it out.
Well, Totino lights the lamp. It's a 1-1 tie here with less than 34 to play in the second half of this match. It was Totino who kind of struggled getting out of the gate. As I mentioned, goals had been a premium, but they had scored just 3 goals in their first 6 games this season. They've also had to do without the services of last year's top goal scorer in Camille Frieden, as she's been out all year with an injury. She led Totino with 14 goals and 4 assists last season.
Meyer gets it up on the far side. Dobrats walks. And now patiently waiting. Gets it right into the middle of Sanders. Sanders puts it, and Sanum right there to be able to scoop that one up. Some quality wins for Totino as well. They St. Francis in the QRF is ranked number 3, and they were able to beat them last time out on the pitch, 1-0. They've got Holy Angels coming up on Thursday, and they finish with Benil St. Margaret on Saturday. So they got a tough road still ahead of them. Holy Angels number 1, I believe, in Class A. Bakken tries to get around Robertson. Unable to now. It's up now.
Don't forget this double feature this afternoon/evening on QCTV. Boys high school soccer. We'll cover that as soon as this one concludes as well. Totino-Grace taking on Andover. Totino-Grace boys last year made it all the way to the state championship with a loss in that championship match.
Well, another great season. I think there's some true advantages to playing up a class when you're lower. I just think that when you're playing, you get to play against some stiff competition every single game. I think there's
something to be said for that. That's certainly strengthening the team. But it was Holy Angels, by the way, in Class 2A, who Totino lost to in the championship matchup last year.
Ball goes up. Dobrats not able to get to it before it's turned back around. We'll have A foul
Eagles free kick.
on the Huskies. It'll go back to that. As far as postseason starts, it will start Tuesday, a week from today, for Section 7. That's for Anoka and for the Andover Huskies. Ball out in front, trying to clear, and a shot. That one's deflected. Getting back and able to at least get it out of the immediate danger. Zernicke with it. And Langmaid had it on her foot for a second. It rolls off. You mentioned a double feature, Joe. There's not many double features that it has this nice of weather to be at. And so either if you can't make it here, come out. If you can't make it on out to the park, you can make it on QCTV.
Well, there's another double feature playing simultaneously on Friday in high school football here on QCTV. Jim will be back here again. Andover takes on Rogers.
Shot on that one goes into the side of the net. Good rifle on it. Miller had it measured. If it was over just a little bit, but nice shot by Cliff.
Yeah, good burst of speed to get at least that on. She could have hooked it a little bit more. That ball had some punch on it.
Now getting it back. Good job by Langmaid to get it up the bid. Now on the far side, get it to Walks. Walks gets it past. Nice move. Keeps rolling with it. The sophomore gets around and then taken down right inside the box. And it will be Husky ball.
Yeah, for Walks was on a run. She was running and she hopped the defender's foot.
Yeah, look at right there, foul. No question about that.
Just outside that 18, obviously, and here we go, loose ball.
Looking for Lang. Lang could not get the redirect.
Any foot, anything you get on the screen.
Yes.
The keeper, but also just a foot of some sort to redirect the flow of that ball. Is getting ready to get back in here soon will be Peyton McKnight.
Lang with some good footwork. Gets it over to Charlton. Charlton's got Nybakken. Gets it over to Nybakken. And trying to get it to Dobrat's in the center. She starts to cut in.
Offside is the call.
Offside.
But that's where I still like it. This is what Coach Grease had said. Let's just strike the ball. Don't wait for that perfect toss here. You get a look at head coach Tracy Grease.
13th year she has been. She has done a great job with this program. I know you had a daughter who played for her for.
Absolutely. In fact, some of the ladies Abby had played with are now all of her assistants. Kelsey Callio, who played at North Dakota State, Allie Cole, and then Kai Gillespie as well. All the assistants, and I got to believe the girls enjoy having them as assistants. Extremely relatable in terms of their experience, their knowledge, and enjoy that. So, hey, and this year too, the growth of this team on a very young team with, the back line, inexperienced coming in, but now they're going to start getting more of that experience that they can really amplify and elevate next season. Of course, you hate to lose Dobrat.
Yeah.
It's a shame that she can't be a team player and just go an extra year.
fail school and stick around. But, and McKnight, you'll miss McKnight as well. So on the far side, here comes Cliff. Trying to get around Brooklyn Meyer. And she does. Looks out front. Lang able to redirect that. Now comes up, and that will be settled by Thompson of the Eagles. She puts it right back in. That goes off of right out in front. Shot. Goal! Streeper.
That time you'll see her, she got that toe. Typically, they don't want you to square up and hit it on that toe. but the side of the foot, she had to get rid of it as the defense was closing in, and Streeper struck it with the front of that toe and buried it, and now Totino has taken their first lead of this match at 2-1.
See right there, onside, and like you said, toe, Miller had gone down, got a glove on it, but the quick shot changes the complexion of this game in the second half. 2 goals now in the second half for the Eagles.
Miller made that initial save, but a lot of punch momentum. She was moving from the left to the right, a bit off balance. Goal there. So I'm going to say first goal of the season, I believe.
Cut in front, Livedall. Langmaid able to get it out for a second. Then goes back on the near side. Here comes Olsen. She gets turned around. Now Nybakken. Olsen giving some good chase, and Thompson just puts it out. It'll be Husky ball. We've got 25 minutes left here in the second half. It was Huskies in the first half, and now it is all Eagles here in the second.
You mentioned Eagles getting some votes in Class 2A in terms of the latest rankings this week. The boys currently ranked number 8th, and you'll see them next, 8th in the state in Class 2A.
Trying to through ball. Thompson fills the lane. And up to Dobratz. Dobratz will dump it back to Sanders. Ashlyn Sanders on the far side. Getting it over for Grant. And that will go out. It'll be Husky ball again. Urgency has been there for the Huskies for a while, and then all of a sudden there's a couple of defensive lapses, which has happened a couple of times all season. A shot from Dobratz, and a goal! Addie Dobratz did exactly what her coach asked her to do.
That was a bottle rocket. I'm telling you, she launched that on a line. You could have dried out a week's worth of laundry on that line. And she just lasers that goal to tie it up 2-2. Goal number 5 on the season for Dobratz.
A quick trigger, and that goes right over Sanjum's hand. She was right there, too. She didn't even have to, Sanjum didn't have to move. She just had to get up. She couldn't get up quick enough on a great shot by Addie Dobratz. And now the Huskies. A little pep in their step. McKnight tries to keep it in. That'll be Huskies ball. Good hustle by McKnight.
A crooked number for both teams here in this match. 2-2 is side. Just under 24 to play. Something tells me they're just heating up.
Cross that was intercepted by the Eagles. Now Eagles get it back. Grant spins, gets it back to Dobratz. No, they don't want her to shoot. They're on her immediately, and it will be a foul on the Huskies, going back on a free kick to the Eagles.
The goal by Dobratz, not only her 5th of the season, but the 39th of her career. You can add at least, well, it's another 16 assists to that number for her career.
Charlton up to Nybakken. Nybakken gets pushed off the ball. And Thompson right there. A little nice little give and go between Zernicke and Thompson. But the Huskies get it back.
Entering the game for the Huskies.
Can certainly feel the shift of the momentum for Andover on that goal by Dobratz. Taking a break right now is going to be Grape.
Olivia Mendel will come in for Grape. Langmaid with a throw. Drops it back to Charlton. Charlton, she takes a shot, and that goes off. Well, it did not go off of the goalie seen him, but gets past her and goes. That was a little closer call than I think Coach Thibodeau wanted.
Had some good spin, good hook. That left foot kick, and as it was diving down,
Goes right off the post. Pop up, that will go almost into the stands.
Jim, I thought they were kicking it up here for you to sign the ball and throw it back on the field.
I've got my Sharpie ready. About halfway through the second half right now. We're tied at 2. Goals from Dolbratz and from McKnight. And for the Eagles, it has been goals from Swan and Streeper. Langmaid gets it through the wickets of an Eagle. Thompson back again. She redirects it back in to Husky territory.
Well, as I mentioned last year, Jim, it was a 1-1 tie for these two teams. And this one currently a 2-2 tie. Oh, my goodness. Full throttle. And some contact there right at about the 15. And good to see everyone is okay.
Cece Linder's a little bit slow to get up and walking gingerly. Dobratz gets up like nothing happened. That one goes out. It'll be back to Eagles ball. Like we said, physical nature in the second half has come out a little bit more. Now coming in will be Streeper again. She had a quick low, and coming off will be
the person who absorbed that collision.
Yes, and that was Zernicke. Throw in on the far side for the Eagles. Drops it up for Streeper. Streeper gets stripped of the ball. Now to McKnight. Drops it. Now McKnight has it. On a run. Able to get it past. Gets it over to Charlton. Now drops it on the far side and just about offsides, and they do call it. Haven't whistled it yet. And a shot. That will go out. Offsides on. It was on the initial entry. The Huskies will get turned around, but love the speed and love the energy that they're putting forth right now offensively.
Yep, 19:40 left here in this match, tied 2-2.
Definitely some chemistry with Dobratz and McKnight, who's been here for 4 years.
Mentioned Andover outscored the season 18-30, but in the second half, they have put up twice as many goals as they have in the first half on the season with 12. So see if they can muster up some of that goal momentum and tally another here late against Totino.
Olsen and Nybakken have gone at it a couple of times, and here comes Dobratz. She's got Eagle on her heels, and she hits it off of Thompson. Eagles get it back up to now Olsen. Olsen against Langmaid. Quick 1-2. Streeper, the goal scorer, over to Olsen. Now gets it up, and stepping up was McKnight, or Meyer. Meyer pushes it out of Husky territory. Go back to Totino now. 18 minutes left. It'll go all the way down. Meyer will give chase. She's got Lindahl on her heels. And
you can see some good there's some good passing, not only just to get to that ball. You could tell they're pretty tired, but you don't want to surrender it or just kick it out of play, and then you get a throw in close to the 18. Andover did a good job of trying to touch pass their way, quick passes out of their own end, and now they're going to get a throw in almost near midfield, so they get a little reap that reward of that effort.
Cliff and Swan back in for the Eagles. So one of the goal scorers back in after getting a quick rest. And that Olsen-Nybakken battle continues. Dobratz. Nice pass. Gets it up to Charlton. Over to McKnight. McKnight tries to get around the Eagles on the far side, and that was Strangler. I'm sorry, Robinson.
Yeah, you watch McKnight work as well, and she's just high energy all the time. You'd hate to want to defend her.
Meyer and Swan going at it. Swan gets past Meyer, getting pushed around a little bit at the end, and it will go out. It'll be Eagles ball. That one, you can see the speed of Swan. Swan's got some wheels.
She can unleash it, and she had the first goal for Totino to give them a 1-0 lead at the end of the first half. There you see her working. Good camera work. And a corner kick. They have been rare. Tough to come by here in this match.
Four right now for the Eagles, 2 for Andover. Good job by Andy to be able to get that nice picture. The Eagles will line it up. And a kick from Strangler. Comes deep under the box, over the head of and the hands of Miller. And it will be a goal kick.
Husky goal kick.
Yeah, tried everything. Very creative to try to get that to bounce off of Andover. Did the Totino forward there to try to get another back-to-back opportunity for a goal kick. Gosh, I think that's only like 7, Jim.
2 for Andover and 4 for Totino so far. Trying to get it around Cliff. Now stepping up is Thompson. Thompson looks on the far side for Olsen. Olsen hustling, trying to get down there. That will roll out. It'll be another goal kick for the Huskies. We're 15 minutes left here, and every opportunity means something right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, she stepped into that run, did Totino on that play. She could have just held on to it. Maybe another step or two in Liz Thompson. She may have been able to hit a runner on that far side.
Nice little give and go. Here comes Streeper, and saved by Miller.
Under 15 to play, knotted up at 2 apiece, saved by Miller.
Streeper, good pass from Swan, lands right on the left foot. It comes up, and here comes Nybakken. Got walks on the near side, taken away by the same number on the other side, and then that was Rach. And from the other side, Charlton just put it on. She's had a couple of perimeter shots that have been on.
Yeah, you know, you've seen that 8th grade goalie just a little bit apprehensive here in the second half. I'm all for it. Put shots on.
Absolutely. McKnight able to get that ball first. Tries to go to her right foot. Drops it right for Charlton. One-timer. Sandham right there for the Eagles. Big save. Good play by the Huskies.
One-touch pass, but, Andover starting to play down here late in this match, just south of 14 to play. But they're trying to dial up some more pressure and putting more shots on net.
Thompson dumps it down, looking for Swan. Swan will get there against Meyer. Drops it back. Over for Streeper. Streeper runs into a gaggle of Huskies. Is that a gaggle or a pack? Pack, maybe?
A pack.
Yep, a pack of Huskies. And Mendel can't get around on the far side and kicks it out. Coming in now will be Zernicke and Miller. Christman. Claire Miller, I'm sorry. Olivia Lang comes in for Sanders. Gets it over to Swan. Swan looks for a cross. Stopped and then cleared, but not out. Here comes Rach. Rach, attempted shot. That one goes off, and then Meyer able to get it out momentarily, and Dobratz does the rest. That'll roll all the way down. Giving chase right now will be CC Linders. Linders getting a battle with Charlton, or with Walks. Macy Walks now tries to sneak in the back door. Olsen. One-timer, but Lang is there for the Huskies. Dobratz now Gets it over to Nybakken. Nybakken, quick cross on the far side, looking for McKnight. McKnight with a header.
I like the idea, the concept. It was they're a little far out for that header, but nonetheless, you kind of hope you can get a rebound, maybe a misread on that play as well. You talked about the Huskies having one more game after tonight. That'll be Anoka on Thursday. Totino, meanwhile, they are hosting the Holy Angels on Thursday. Then on Saturday, play Benilde St. Margaret. Benilde St. Margaret, number 5 team in Class 2A.
Well, I tell you what, if you're the schedule makers for either Andover or Totino, you know that you're going to have a battle. It just they're just good. Dobrat tries to get around and get pulled down.
That head hit the bat on the turf.
And no call.
Ugh.
Dobrat's slow to get up. She's moving now.
That's probably
Totino.
just habit.
Pull herself up.
Oh, I worry about that shot. She took a hard fall to Dobrat's and hitting her head on that turf. Just maybe you want to keep as you look right here. And
yeah. Tough one. Coming in, nice slide on the far side.
And I say by habit, it's just that she's such an athlete, and it's just that ongoing engine that just continues to get at it. Corner opportunity now for the Eagles.
It'll be number 5. Mendel with a nice slide to be able to stop that cross. Thompson. Oh, no, not. Yeah, Thompson.
Yes, Thompson.
Yep. Little banana cooking.
Oh, my.
And it's in. That's Cliff. Cliff gets the rebound. Miller made the initial save and then dropped right to the feet by Cliff. Not cleared by the Huskies. And the Eagles take the lead.
If Miller had a large pocket on that left side, she probably would have tucked it right in there. That ball, again, another well-struck ball with some good hook. And that thing just came. It was right there. There's Miller trying to swat it out with one hand, and then she had a Husky player on the left and an Eagle on the right. What a perfect strike on a corner kick. Let's see who they want to give credit to on that goal.
I believe it was Cliff that got it through. Helen Cliff, the junior.
Eagles reclaim the 1-goal lead they had at the end of the first half. And if it is, it's 3 different goal scorers for Totino.
Grant looks for Nybakken and walks in between there. Langmaid. Swan is a problem. Swan is quick, and she has caused the Husky defense some in-game nightmares. Langmaid. Streeper's able to get the ball away. Now Grant now drops it up for Nybakken. Nybakken. And look at Olsen. Olsen, good hustle by Olsen. And Thompson steps up. Boy. Nybakken not giving up.
In the single digits now left in the second half. Just under 9 to play.
Love the hustle from the senior Kayla Nybakken. Thompson with the kick for the Eagles. Stepping up was Langmeg, and it's out, and that will be substitution as Lindahl comes in. Olsen, who didn't start the game, she has been in pretty much every moment since. Lindahl gets it right on her foot. First touch in, a couple seconds into the match in the second half. Cliff on the far side, trying to get around Charlton. Good footwork. Boy, trying out can get Mendel, and then Meyer there able to kick it out. But offensively, she's pretty solid on the far side too.
Eagles will be on the throw in and kind of watching to see how they position it inside at 6 or near it.
And Miller, a little indecision between Langmaid and Miller.
You could see the Eagles player here on the far side of the field, and you could tell there was some play rolling, and they were going to try to throw it in, and she was going to try to slice and dice on that backdoor push, but Miller got control.
Nybakken is gassed right now. She's had a couple of long runs. Now Charlton gets it over to Dobratz. Far side to McKnight. McKnight can be electric at times. Seen a couple of times where she has been able to move past. He kicks it way out, right on, and Emerson Sainin right there.
Yeah, I think she was looking to maybe catch a little lightning or a little bit of that Dobratz firepower on that long shot that Dobratz had for her goal just underneath the crossbar. And you know that McWright certainly has the leg to execute such a play and shot. 6.5 to play now in this match.
Lindahl able to get through. He's got Swan, and looking on the far side, Olsen will hustle. Langmaid both gets there first, knocks it out. It will be throw-in for the Eagles. 6 minutes left here. Huskies need to get an offensive charge going. Plenty of time, but they've got to keep the Eagles off the board. Langmaid clears. Up to Thompson. Thompson puts a long shot in. And good save by the Husky goalkeeper, Miller.
That was a nice snipe from way downtown. And Miller secures it.
Well, we've seen Miller or Thompson a couple of times. Liz Thompson put it on. Looking out front and gets it through. McKnight now in the box. Shot. Goal! Peyton McKnight ties it at 3.
Second goal of the game for her tonight, and also goal number 7. You could tell she was goal hunting here in this last half of this match. And that time being ready, she anticipated a rebound, got it right to the foot and buried it lower 90 to tie this up at 3.
And what a pass from Nybakken.
And those shots, Jim, they don't have to be hard. They just need to be accurate. And she found that far corner and bounced it by. 3-3 tie, 5:27 left here in the second half of this match.
Well, Nybakken got it going on that one. Who was a little gas, but she had enough into the tank to be able to get it. Now in, Paige McKnight is in for Nybakken. Langmaid trying to get it past Swan. Swan with the shot, and that one off the crossbar. Boy, I tell you, Swan, you got to know where she is every single time you're out there. She gets the ball on her foot. She is quick, and she's accurate. That one just missed.
Some might say graceful like a swan. Back in, and you're seeing right now Totino trying to get possession, and they're starting to heat up some of these long shots from beyond 30, not hesitating to take it. I'm going to guess you're going to see the same thing from Andover here with 4 minutes and change left in the match.
Olsen, or Dobrat's shot, that one goes right on. Sainem right there. Sainem has had plenty of action here in the second half. Most of them have been perimeter shots, but they haven't all been easy. 2 goals for the Huskies, 3 for the Eagles here in the second half. McKnight, 2 goals for the Huskies. That one comes all the way through. Here comes Swan. Swan, shot over the net. Oh, she's going to see that in her sleep tonight.
Well, she got that at the high point of the bounce. Once you look, she could have just tried to find that a little lower or a split second more. She catches it on the high point here of this bounce.
Gets it back now on the Cliff. Cliff inside the box. Shot. Actually passes it in. And that's deflected. It'll be a corner kick. It'll be corner kick number 6 for Totino-Grace.
And you know who's going to go for that corner kick right now?
It's Thompson.
You know
It's
what?
Thompson. She has been fantastic tonight on every set piece they've had. Miller's made a couple of nice saves. This one, and another great save by Miller.
Well,
That one was going in.
She had to walk the ladder to get a mitt on that one. And she did just enough. She stepped in front of the defender at the last minute. Did you see that stride? She stepped in front of the Totino player.
Strangler now with a corner on the other side. Drops it, goes back. And a shot. Miller right there again. Miller. Johnny on the spot. Zarecki.
Totino emptying the shelf on every shot they can, trying to get some more pressure and test Miller here late in this match. A 3-3 tie.
Cliff on the far side. Drops it up for Streeper. Streeper trying to look for that through ball. Tries to get it to Swan. Swan gets around. Shot blocked by Meyer. Back to Cliff. Cliff tries to get around Brooklyn Meyer again. Shot saved by Miller. And a save, another shot, and that one goes off. The action down on the far side, unbelievable. Cliff slow to get up. It'll be a goal kick. We are under 2 minutes here. My heart's pumping, Joe.
Yeah, Miller gave up the rebound right there off the paw and pounds off the mitts, and then that loose ball could have been lethal. 90 seconds left in the match, 3-3 tie.
Hawks taking it out. Thompson gets it back to. And that one comes right up to Sanders. Gets it up to Dobratz. Dobratz with McKnight. McKnight has been dangerous. He's got Walks and laying out in front. Now up to Walks. Walks able to get the ball back. Now looks for Dobratz, but actually goes over to Paige McKnight on the near side. Dobratz. Shot. And that one just whistles wide. Now 1 minute left. Tied at 3.
Quickly trying to set this goal kick. Totino, they want at least one more shot to put on goal, and if the Huskies have anything to do with it, they'll redirect.
The boys, 2 teams for Huskies and for the Huskies and for the Totino-Grace Eagles will be up next. Please stay tuned. Right now, trying to get this game finished as the Huskies and Totino battling it out here. That one goes out. It'll be go to the Huskies down to 20 seconds. Olsen gets it to Langmay. Back to Olsen. She pops it up. And coming out will be Miller. A little late on coming out. Able to grab it. Langmaid.
3, 2, 1.
And we will end up in an exciting tie. But the Huskies and the Eagles put on a show here in the second half, Joe.
Yeah, 5 second half goals combined by both the Huskies with 3, Totino with 2, and they went toe-to-toe heavyweight match, and this ends in a tie just like last year's match, although last year was 1-1, but both teams, you can tell, gearing it up for section play. Good, great match tonight.
Coming up next will be the boys, Totino-Grace and the Andover Huskies from Andover State, or from Husky Stadium. 2 goals from Peyton McKnight and 1 at the 75th minute to tie it up. We end up with a 3-3 tie. Thanks again for joining us here on QCTV's sports presentation of Northwest Suburban Soccer, girls soccer. Coming up next, boys and the boys and the boys, Eagles, and the Huskies. And you see our broadcast schedule coming up.
Hey, you're going to look Battle for Battle. Anoka travels to the Rebels. Also football, Rogers travels here to take on the Andover Huskies. And soccer, October 4th, it's going to be Shakopee Sabres taking on the Champlain Park Rebels. That as well on Saturday, followed by girls swimming and diving, Huskies at the Tornadoes on October 7th. Jim?
And once again, we're about 23 minutes away from boys soccer. Thanks again for joining us here on the first half of our doubleheader. Joe will be on the call on the next half. Once again, Huskies 3, Eagles 3. Have a good night.